You may have a similar morning routine, especially on a nice, cool, brisk day. You like to come outside and get some fresh air, throw on your favorite pair of Crocs with some socks, and sit back and enjoy a nice little dose of psychoactivity with some caffeine in your coffee. And then further get your day going with another psychoactive compound, CBD. Oh, wait. But hold on. CBD isn't psychoactive. Well, in this video, I'm going to break down how CBD, coffee, and other things you consume on a regular basis are psychoactive. But keep in mind, just because they're psychoactive doesn't mean that they are intoxicating or make you feel high. Let's get started with the definition of psychoactive right from the National Cancer Institute, so cancer.gov. A drug or other substance that affects how the brain works and causes changes in mood, awareness, thoughts, feelings, or behavior. Examples of psychoactive substances include alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, marijuana, and certain pain medicines. Many illegal drugs such as heroin, LSD, cocaine, and amphetamines are also psychoactive substances, also called psychotropic substance. Now, some other common dietary ingredients that have psychoactive properties include vanilla, black pepper, cacao, chili peppers, cloves, saffron, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and turmeric, because all of these things do have mild effects on your mood and your emotions because they have the ability to, again, change your brain chemistry. Now, what's really interesting is that some of these compounds have the ability to modulate your endocannabinoid system and other receptors and other things well beyond that. But just looking at the ECS for a moment, some of these things are what are called FAAH inhibitors. So FAAH is like fatty acid amino hydrolase or something like that. And basically FAAH is what eats away at anandamide when it's produced on demand by the endocannabinoid system. Now, that's a good thing because it's all about balance within the body. Too much or too little of something is not good. However, if you can increase anandamide levels, that has been shown to be associated with some euphoric experiences. A perfect example of increased anandamide and a euphoric feeling would actually be from runner's high. And of all the research that's been done on runner's high, anandamide seed, wow, I can't say this. Anandamide seems to be the very thing that's causing that euphoria from runner's high. If you look at the early research on CBD, you'll see that a lot of the studies say that CBD is non-psychoactive. Now, I have an opinion or a theory, whatever you want to call it, as to why that is. Well, two actually. The first is that they didn't know enough about CBD at the time to actually show that it does promote psychoactivity and changes brain chemistry. So that's number one. The second thing is because of prohibition, I think that a lot of researchers didn't want to put CBD in the same bucket as THC because THC is psychoactive and intoxicating. Keep that in mind. It's psychoactive and intoxicating. It's not psychoactive or intoxicating. It is both of those things. Now let's talk about the word intoxicating. A lot of people in the cannabis industry get their panties in a bunch when you say intoxicating and you're referring to anything with cannabis. And from what I gather, it's because of the word toxin that's built into the word intoxicating. So yes, alcohol can make you feel intoxicated, and other drugs that are not good for you can make you feel intoxicating. But you know what? Love is intoxicating. You know what else is intoxicating? Reeling in a delicious freaking 6-pound bass. There are a lot of things that feel intoxicating. It's euphoric, it's fun, it's blissful. Now, there are some things that are bad for you, like alcohol, and a lot of us still consume it on the reg, and it just is what it is. So listen, if you get upset over the word intoxicating, then just say it doesn't make you feel high, or find another way to describe CBD from a mind-altering, like significantly different than caffeine or sugar or vanilla or anything else that I just listed there. But you need to understand that the only way that CBD would do all the amazing things that it can do is because it is a psychoactive compound. And that's okay. It's totally cool that CBD is psychoactive because you're consuming psychoactive things on the reg. And for a lot of you, CBD is one of them. Listen, I used to say it's non-psychoactive. Kyle used to say it's non-psychoactive. A lot of people have said it. But what you'll see in the recent research, starting around like 18 or 19 is when you see these studies pop up, is that they are definitively saying that CBD is psychoactive, but non-intoxicating. So it's not just me saying this. Hell, it's even people like Dr. Ethan Russo. Why don't we take a listen?
Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about CBD, and I've recently written an article specifically addressing those misconceptions. One is some purveyors will say, oh, it's got 0.5% CBD, as if that's a great thing. This is a wonderful compound. However, it's not potent. That's a way of saying you need a good amount of it to exert these beneficial effects. We've already addressed this one. It is psychoactive. It's non-intoxicating, if, for lack of a better word.
Okay, so you get the point here. CBD, one, you need a lot of it. Two, it's psychoactive, and that's totally fine because you just watch me taking sip after sip of something psychoactive. Caffeine is the most addictive drug in the world and elicits a ton of psychoactivity. That's why you get the jitters from it. That's why it wakes you up. It's why it does what it does. It's why sugar is so addictive. It is what it is. Fortunately, for the sake of CBD, you can take a ton of it. And although it does elicit psychoactive effects, it doesn't feel like it. That's what's really cool about CBD compared to other things like sugar or caffeine or alcohol or nicotine, where you can get jittery from it. So there you have it, folks. The next time you're sipping on some coffee or enjoying a little cookie or, taking your dose of CBD, enjoy the fact that you know these things affect us the way they do because they are psychoactive and have the amazing ability to change our mood, our emotions, and our brain chemistry. And just because something is psychoactive, it doesn't mean that it makes you high. Cheers.